Welcome to a video review of SkyBell, a smart Wi-Fi doorbell. We'll begin with the unboxing. When you open it, you'll notice you'll have a sticker on the front with your SkyBell activation code, which you'll need for the registration and setup of your SkyBell device. There's also a letter from SkyBell laying out some of the original features that your SkyBell currently has, as well as features that they're planning to add in the near future, being this is an early release product, as well as a nice little installation and starting guide. It's about 22 pages long. There's actually an updated version online that you can download. Taking the SkyBell out, you'll find the plastic mounting bracket on the back, and a bunch of mounting hardware and wire connectors and a locking tool. Their special little locking tool is a very small Allen wrench. It's about a 32nd of an inch Allen wrench. With the digital caliper, it shows up at about 0.0345 inches or about 0.88 or 0.89 millimeters. The first thing in the instructions instruct us to do a Wi-Fi test where the doorbell will be mounted. As you can see, my signal is strong at my existing doorbell location. So we'll take the existing doorbell off the wall. Mine was just pressure fit. We can pull it out, exposing the wiring. We'll take the existing doorbell off, and then we can hook up a digital multimeter to see what the current voltage is. The range for SkyBell is from 8 to 36 volts of AC current, or 12 volts DC. Mine is just under about 20 volts AC, according to my meter. Placing the plastic mounting bracket, there's a couple little tabs there to make sure you can keep it level. I also like to temporarily connect the wires to make sure that the device is going to be working for doing all the mounting and installation. So we'll hook up the SkyBell wires to my existing doorbell wiring. And as you can see, we've got a little red LED showing up on the SkyBell, showing that we have power to that location. Next, we'll go ahead and mark the points where we'll drill the holes to mount the bracket to the wall. My surface is stucco with a plywood backing. The installation hardware comes with masonry anchors or sheetrock anchors. Being I have a plywood backing, I'll be just using these screws directly once I drill the pilot holes through the stucco. Once we've got the screws in place, we can set the level on the tabs on the bracket to make sure that we're lined up properly. Next, we'll connect the wires of the SkyBell to the existing doorbell wiring. SkyBell has two white wires. You can hook them up either direction. It doesn't matter which one you connect to which doorbell wire. One other thing to note is that the camera does rotate inside the SkyBell housing, but it is very stiff. It's much easier to move from the back than from the front, so you'll want to try to position the camera as much as possible before mounting the SkyBell to its bracket. You'll notice I have my camera lens rotated as far up and to the right as possible to get the best view of the visitor. SkyBell has some nice tips and tricks of the best way to position your camera on their website. You start by twisting one of the wires of your SkyBell with one of your existing doorbell wires. And then inserting it into one of their special wire connectors. It is filled with grease, I'm assuming to prevent corrosion from condensation or wet weather installations. And then you can just use pliers to crimp the connector. And it seemed to hold the wires very securely. They do recommend turning the power off to your doorbell, to that circuit at your junction box prior to doing the wiring. I decided to check to make sure that we were going to get a light back on our SkyBell again before connecting the wires fully. As you can see, the red light blinked again, showing that we do have power. The red LED, once you connect it to the wiring, will blink very, very slowly until the internal battery is fully charged, at which it will turn a solid red LED. We'll tuck the wires back into the hole. And slide the SkyBell over the top of its mounting bracket. The small set screw in the base just needs to be turned in as far as possible so that the SkyBell can slide over the top of the mounting bracket, and then you back the set screw out to lock the SkyBell in place on top of its bracket. It's kind of tricky to see underneath that small hole and get everything lined up properly, especially with that very small set screw. But once in place, the tool was able to lock the SkyBell in place fairly effectively. When you connect the SkyBell, you're instructed to wait for the battery to charge and the light to turn a solid red before proceeding with syncing the SkyBell with the Wi-Fi in your house and the app on your mobile device. It should take less than 15 minutes, but after 2 hours, mine was still blinking slowly. I found that the aftermarket doorbell that I had installed, which I just got from one of the big box hardware stores, was not delivering a steady power source for the SkyBell. So I had to reinstall my home's original doorbell mechanism inside before my SkyBell would charge properly. And then you can see that the light is finally a solid red and ready for the syncing process. To sync your SkyBell, you'll need to download the SkyBell app from the App Store of whatever device that you're using. You'll need to create an account with your name and email address, and then add a device once you've signed in. It instructs you to hold the main button for 20 seconds to put the device into setup mode. I actually forgot to do this step, and you'll see I'll do that in a little bit here once the setup process starts. It instructs you to put the device ID in that you can find from your sticker on the front of your packaging or on the back of your setup guide. It lets you select a Wi-Fi network and include the password or any security you have on your Wi-Fi. Here's where I go back to the step where I was supposed to hold the button for up to 20 seconds before it starts blinking and is ready for setup. You can see it begin to blink, and then shortly thereafter my screen on my app will let me know that it actually has connected to the SkyBell. And the light on the SkyBell will turn green. It's difficult to see, but it does show a device ID and allow you to name the SkyBell. I named mine Front Door in case you add additional SkyBells to your house. It lets you know which one happens to be ringing. Once you push the button, a notification shows up on your device saying that you have a call coming in from your door. As you can see, it's fairly quick, and the video, while not real fluid, is very adequate and clear. If you're standing right in front of it, you'll need to silence the audio so that it doesn't feed back. This has been a review of SkyBell, the smart Wi-Fi doorbell. Some of the features are still coming and hopefully will be available soon, but hopefully you enjoyed this video review and installation. Thanks!